everyone, Professor August here, and today I am going to be talking about my April 2025 TBR. So I'm going to keep it a bit modest this month and only talk about 5 books. I think that's all I'm going to be able to get through. We are at the halfway mark in our semester, our spring semester, so um, things are ramping up. I don't have a whole lot of free time these days, so when I get home in the evenings or during my lunch breaks, I'll be using the time to read. And if I get to read more than these 5, great. And hopefully actually make it through these 5 books. So let's get into it. The Railway Conspiracy by John Shenya Ni and S.J. Rozan. I've already started reading it. Here's a picture of it somewhere on the screen. It's the second installment of this book series. I read the first one already. It was great. I already did a review about this one. The second one just came out in April 2025, and I left it in my office on campus because I was reading it during my lunch break yesterday. So it follows Judge Diren Jie and Lao She, who is sort of his, I don't know, like quieter sidekick dude. Um, the first book was great. It was about the murder of Mr. Ma and a series of killings of Chinese immigrants in London in 1924. And the second one follows the same characters just a few months after the events of the first book. So I'm really looking forward to like deep diving into this one and creating a video about it as soon as I finish it. So I'll probably in the next like couple of weeks I'll have a video for that one. Susan Collins's The Reaping, what is it called? The Sunrise on the Reaping. Everybody and their mother and dog is reading this book, so I don't know what I'm going to be able to say that other people aren't saying, but it's the story of Haymitch. So this is a sequel to the prequel of the original series, so it's the 5th book in the series. Um, I started reading this the day it came out, and then I had to put it aside because I was traveling in Los Angeles, and now I'm back in the Bay Area. So I'll be able to like set aside a weekend to read this book. I love the series. So the original Hunger Games series, I read it and then I watched the movies. And then when the last book came out, so what is it? Songrise, something, something. There are too many of them. I really enjoyed that one, like learning about President Snow's childhood and then that his involvement in the creation of the games or like the betterment of the games. I love that book. So this one I'm really looking forward to reading. It follows Haymitch and the Quarter Quell, how he gets involved. We know he survives it because in the original series he's the mentor to Katniss and Peeta. So like I guess the ending we already know. It's just like how he survives is I'm assuming the plot of the book. So I'm looking forward to finishing this one, and then we'll see how it goes. This is an interesting one. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, but in Uzbek, because why the hell not? It's called Garri Potter va Afsonaviy Tosh. I've read the English version of this book like, I don't know, 100 times, like everybody else has. I was a kid when the first books started coming out, so I know the story more intimately than most things. I've seen the movies like a million times. I'm reading this just because I need a linguistic refresher, and I want to have linguistic maintenance, I suppose. So I'm picking it up in Uzbek. It's a story I'm super familiar with, and just going through to see how long it takes me to read a novel in Uzbek. It's not like we have a whole lot of Uzbek language publications in the United States, so it's great that we have this one. Yes, there are tons and tons of other books. I'm sure I can find something online and just buy it and have it sent to my house because our corporate overlords are able to send us anything we want. But I'm starting with this one. I do want to spend some more time in the coming months just on linguistic maintenance, looking at maybe books in Persian or Russian. I'm starting with Uzbek because it's probably the easiest foreign language for me, and I haven't read anything in Uzbek in a long time, so this should be fun. I'm going to go slow with this one, and then maybe I'll be able to do a full length review of this book in Uzbek, and like the other 6 people on YouTube who know Uzbek will watch that video. So great. We'll see how it goes. I'm keeping my expectations low for reading this in a foreign language, but we'll see. The Cook and the Carpenter by June Arnold. This book I did not know about. This book came out, I think, in 1973, so like 2 decades before I was born. This is actually a book that's part of a book club that I joined here in the Bay Area, so I'm super excited to read this for April. The story is apparently, or the novel follows a true story that June Arnold was involved in. In 1970, she and some other feminists in New York City in Lower Manhattan took over an abandoned building to create a center to help women, to help educate underprivileged women, to feed them, to clothe them, and to kind of set up this sort of feminist center that aided women and lesbians, particularly. And then a few days after the center opened, the police sort of stormed the building, arrested everybody, and tore the building down. So June was arrested, put in prison, and then when she came out, she wrote this book. So I'm really interested to see to read this fictionalized version of true events. From what I've read around the book, it's one of the first attempts in American literature to use like genderless pronouns. I'm not sure about that, but given like everything that's going on in society right now, having a piece of literature that is much more inclusive than the language where like some of our politicians are using, it'll be good. So I'm looking forward to reading this and then talking about it with my book club in a couple of weeks, and I'll get back to you guys. I think this should be a really cool delve into just stories about lesbians and seeing what they were up to in the 1970s during that feminist wave. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. The Persians by Sana Mahloudji. I am so happy to have this book. I don't know what's going on, but like every couple of months, there's a brand new book written by an Iranian American that's breaking through. So I'm super happy to have this one. Um, I'm not sure, but I think this is Mahloudji's first book, first novels. I have to look. Don't quote me. I have to go back and look at this one. But I'm excited because the story follows generations of women in the same family. One's in Iran, and the rest of them are in the United States. I don't know if this is like any part of it autobiographical or not, but I know the author was born in Iran and then came to the U.S. after the revolution, and so the story follows these generations. They go on vacation in Aspen, bougie, and then the facade of the family sort of breaks apart, and they have to sort of, I don't know, I'm assuming contend with a lot of baggage from their pasts, but we'll see. I'm really excited to read this one. I think all of the other ones that I've read by Iranian American authors in the past few months have all been really, really fantastic. So I have high expectations for this one. And then because of its content, or the author and the background of the story, it might be something I have to vet for a future class to see if I can actually teach it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited about that. All right, well, that's it. So those are the 5 books that I'm reading for April. 2 of them I've already started, The Railway Conspiracy and the newest of the Hunger Games books. The titles, I can never remember the titles. It's just like book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Hunger Games. And then these other 3 books, yeah, we'll see how it goes. As I'm like making this video, I'm realizing like, oh no, I said I was going to not be ambitious this month just because I know how busy I'm going to be, and now I have 5 books and one of them is in a foreign language. So we'll see how far I can actually get with these books this month. I'm just going to take it slow, relax, read what I can when I can, enjoy my lunch breaks with my coffee and a sandwich and a book, and then hopefully when I get home at night, I'll have time to read. Otherwise, I'll be grading and, I don't know, course prepping. So we'll see how that goes. I hope you have a good April. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe below. Catch you in the next video.